Welcome to Founders Future, a podcast by Closers.io, where we dive into the journeys of innovative entrepreneurs and explore the road ahead of them and their companies. I'm your host, Olivia Sammons, and in each episode, we'll uncover the stories behind successful startups, the challenges faced along the way, and the strategies driving their future expansion. Today, we're super excited to have Elle Kolb, the founder of Kolb Creative, joining us. Elle will be sharing more about her founding story and giving us a glimpse into plans for future growth. So let's jump straight into it. Very warm welcome to Founders Future. Thank you for joining me.
Yeah, thank you so much for having me. I appreciate it.
It's amazing. So I like to take everything back to the beginning so the listeners can build a bit of a story from there. So what specific problem inspired you to start Kolb Creative?
Yeah, so I've noticed that in marketing, there's a lot of data-driven agencies and then there's a lot of aesthetic agencies. And I really blend the two. I really love the creative side of it, but I also love the data-driven side. And so that's the problem that I've solved in the market.
Awesome. So walk us through a little bit about the offer valuation. What is it that you sell and who are you aiming to sell it to? What is your niche from there?
Yeah, so my niche is really small to mid-sized businesses, I would say. And I really work with typically founders or the owners, and I work with social media management, just all aspects of digital marketing. But I started with social media and paid advertising, and then I expanded into website and email marketing, that kind of thing. So just all facets of digital.
Awesome. And how long have you been going now? How long was it ago you set the company up?
So I started in 2021 when I was freelancing. I was at a full-time role and then I kept transitioning to more full-time roles and I was like, I just don't feel like I'm ready to start yet. And then in October, I was like of 2024, I said, okay, I'm gonna start it. I'm gonna go ahead and do it. I've been doing this for so long. So yeah, so I started in full-time technically October 2024.
Awesome. And what does the team look like behind you? Are you taking and conducting everything yourself, or have you got some people on board with you? How does that side of things look?
Yeah, so I started it by myself. Yeah, so it is a lot at first. It's like you're doing your own
Yeah.
marketing, your sales, all of that, but I love it. It's definitely something that I'm just growing and adapting to. But eventually I would love to expand. And I think I'm looking to hire on an intern soon. Yeah, I'm
Nice. And
excited.
in terms of intern, what jobs are you looking to? I'm assuming you have a sales team behind you as well, and you
Mhm.
work from that. So what would the intern kind of intake? How is that looking?
So I would be looking to have someone to help me with content, possibly even my own, because I would love to have someone to like bounce ideas off of, especially
Yeah.
for creative strategies. And yeah, I just love coming up with new ideas, and I feel like a little collaboration would do good. Yeah, we'll see.
100% two brains are sometimes always better than one for
Yeah.
that. Especially if you're looking to build your personal brand alongside the company that you have in marketing. I
Mhm.
think that's a great pair to go together.
Mhm.
So talk to me a little bit about how you're currently acquiring your customers. What channels and methods have you found most effective?
Yeah, so I found referrals and networking to be very effective. At first, if no one knows your brand name, you want to get out there and really meet people, network. And then through that, sometimes even if it's just someone I've met and I've just stayed in contact with, sometimes they know someone who
Yeah.
they'll refer and say, "Hey, I know this." So that's worked very well for me. And then I've known other people just already at past places. And then past companies I've worked for have become clients. And that's really how I started building it.
Okay, cool. And then what is it that you do? So once you've acquired them, what puts your spin out? So what makes Cobb Collective different from any other marketing agency that's out there?
Yeah, so I like to bring a really authentic approach to marketing, and I really like to inform each business owner of the data that is driven behind it. Like, why is this important? It's not just a pretty picture. It will bring something to their company and really increase sales and so I talk them through the steps of that and align it with their business goals.
Nice. And we did touch on it a little bit earlier that you're saying you take the sales calls and stuff yourself. That side of things, how have you found coming into that from a marketer's point of view? Sometimes there's areas that they tend to struggle in. Have you found that you've settled in nicely and you're enjoying that kind of side of the process as well?
The sales side of it.
Yeah.
Or, yeah, so I know it's a little bit different. I had a past role that I was in, and I took on a lot of kind of like face-to-face client work along with marketing. And so
Yeah.
it prepped me for it a little bit, and I definitely feel a lot more comfortable with that. But it is a growing process. It's like you start off and then you just continuously improve. So.
Yeah, 100%. You get it better as the more you go on. When we're looking in terms of growth, what would you say is the current biggest bottleneck for you at the moment in your growth cycle?
I would say time, and that might be something all founders say. Time is just so important and making sure to use it wisely. And yeah, so I would say that.
100%. Again, going back to being a founder and wearing those many hats, the time that is available in the day is not always enough. And it is an answer
Yes.
that we pops up massively. So in
Yeah.
terms, now we're speaking of growth, what do the next 12 months look like for you? Where do you see them going?
Yeah, so I think my main goals are to continuously acquire customers, but also I want to maintain like quality customers and to give them the best quality. I don't want to get 100 clients and then not be able to give them what I know is important for them. And so I
Yeah.
really try to educate and make good decisions for the owners as if it's my business. So that's kind of things that I recommend for them.
Yeah, 100%. So
Mhm.
I suppose have you got any goals in terms of numbers of clients that you're looking to reach in the next year?
Yeah, so I do. So right now I typically go on a retainer schedule and then I do projects as well, like on the side, I would say after that, but my main focus is retainers. And so I know I have a point where I can only take on X amount. And so I have that goal. And then I know eventually I would love, like I mentioned, to continuously take on, other website projects or just projects where it's like, hey, can you do this event or something like that? I think those are written into my goals as well.
Yeah, 100. And again, it comes back to time. So alleviating the time so then you can focus on moving from there. Do you mind me asking how many clients you're currently working with?
Yeah, so I'm working with 7 right now. Mhm.
Amazing. And they're
Yeah.
all on a retainer process moving forward.
Yeah,
Yeah.
retainer and also I also have additional project base.
Okay, amazing. And
Yeah.
then, so if you could have like unlimited resources and
Mhm.
there'd be one thing you'd implement a change within the current business to help growth, what would that be?
Yeah, so it's a really good question. One thing I would change, I think I know something that's been helpful is setting up processes first and then moving forward. And when
Yeah.
I go into certain client calls, sometimes clients need different things. You go into it, they're like social media, but then they're like, wait, but actually we would love to do XYZ as well. And I have learned to pivot a little bit and adapt to what each client needs. And I think that's been helpful.
Yeah, 100%. So you did touch on it there as well. Like the more that marketing grows on, now it's coming into influence, it's coming into social media marketing. There's a lot of brands under the marketing influence. Where do you see yourself positioned in that evolution?
Yeah, so I absolutely love that a lot of people are coming into marketing. I feel like marketing is growing and it's really evolving into more of a modern touch. And I really see myself, I have done some influencer campaigns and I actually used to be an influencer back when it first started. So it was very interesting. I used to get product just sent to me and that was really awesome. And so I have that background where I know a little bit about that. And I'm a signed model as well. And so I know a little bit about that and like the creative behind the camera and all of that. And I've taken that into consideration. But right now, I'm really just working with businesses, just helping them grow through their digital marketing. And then influencing is a little bit like more on the side. But I am open to helping businesses with if they do want to hire on influencers or put that into their marketing plan.
Nice, amazing. I suppose, do you run any funnels and everything yourself to try and hit these customers that you're looking to scale and grow as well? Are you finding that methods work for you in the same respect?
Yeah,
Yeah.
yes, yeah, I
Yeah.
am. Mhm.
Amazing. Okay, cool.
Yeah.
Now, just to switch it up a little bit, we're going to a little bit of a lightning round, and then I'll ask you a few questions. So,
Okay.
if at the start of the journey, if you could take it back to the 4 years, would there be any pivotal points that you would change that you think of might be better in you now?
Um, I'm trying to think. That's a really good question. I don't think there's anything I would necessarily change. And I know that might be a cliche answer. It's like everything's led me to here, but it really has. Like every decision that I've made and like every place I've started and worked in has given me some experience that I've used now. And it's really vital to where I'm at. And I've worked in many different industries, and it's just helped me know this industry is looking for more sales and this industry is more marketing focused and that kind of thing. And so I think every decision's helped me now in my business.
Awesome. And what would you say was the
Mhm.
best piece of advice that you received about scaling a business?
I would say to maintain really good connections and maintain those relationships. I think that's super important because you never know who you could refer to someone and who could refer someone to you. I know that's important. And then I would say consistency, just staying consistent even when you want to give up, or if you're like, hey, I got to keep going and continue this. Yeah, those are the probably the top tips I would have.
One 100% as a founder, I think like a lot of people are listening, there are times where they do want to give up. The important one to not give up on. And then
Yeah.
just to finish it off, so what advice would you give to any founders who are listening and just at the start of their journey?
Yeah, I would say at the very start, you're like, oh, I'm so excited to do this. And then I feel like you hit like a plateau almost where you're like, now I'm in the grind phase and I have to keep going and continuously make it. And I think just trusting yourself, and everyone says this as well, and like believing in yourself, but really staying consistent because it's the days when no one's watching you work where like you get the most
Yeah.
work done and it helps build your business.
Yeah, the silent soldier. When no
Yeah,
one's you should do the most. Love it. Now,
yeah.
any final words? Where can we find you? Any social media plugs and websites that we want to be getting out there?
Yeah, so you can find me at kolbcreative.com, and I'm on TikTok, Instagram, Facebook, and LinkedIn at Kolb Creative.
Amazing. Thank you
Yeah,
so much for joining us. And that's a
yeah.
wrap on another inspiring episode. I want to thank Elle for sharing her incredible journey and insight with us today. And to our listeners, if you enjoyed this episode, don't forget to subscribe to Founders Future via wherever you listen to your favorite podcasts. And if you are a coach, agency owner, or consultant, and you're really looking to scale your business and you want to enhance your sales and marketing efforts, visit closers.io to jump on a call with one of our team and discover how we were able to go from 0 to 30 million in less than 3 years. And until then, keep climbing, and we will see you on the next one.